Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the road trip. You see, I got my man, Mr. Tom, with me. We'll be chatting it up. I know he's going to be his eyes on his phone because his team's playing. Had a red card in my upset pick of the week, so we'll see if that pans out. But before we do that, let's go and just do a little intro. We'll be right back. This is DWTT coming to you from the Emirates. Hello, 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 everyone. We're back yet a little long intro, but we are here. Glad you stuck around for the intro, but I will get into it. Mr. Tom. Oh, he's still checking the score, so we'll get back to him in a second. We've got Ryan has joined the show. You're still muted, I think, because I can't hear you. We need to check in on Stefan. He might be getting on the best when Norwich losing 4-0 at the time. What? I didn't even see that. Let's just check that score. We're in the England Championship right now. It is 4-0. Plymouth is up at home over Norwich. Oof. Oof. Ipswich is up 3-1 on Blackburn. You got Coventry was postponed, I guess, for weather. Leicester and Brighton and Bristol City are 0-0. Leeds and Watford are, I believe, still at halftime, 0-0. You've got a 1-1 draw at Rotherham for Preston. Swansea is up 1-0 on Sheffield Wednesday, and West Brom and Millwall are at 0-0. Very cool. Let's say hello to Riddy. Welcome to the show. Canterbury Gunner. What's up? Dolph Ziegler Nemeth. My son from no one. Let's just say that. Immaculate Conception kind of thing. Yep, probably. Ryan Rance. He does once in a while. Yeah. Tom, what's the latest score update from Trent Bridge, Nottingham?
England posted a total of 334 for 8 from their 50 overs, and Ireland are currently 76 for 3 with 9.4 overs gone. So it's highly unlikely they're going to get even close to actually finishing their innings, let alone catching the English score.
Okay, cool. How are you doing, Mr. Tom? Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm okay. The kids are here, so the noise may increase.
That's cool. That's cool. It's all about family, right? We're all a family
so
here.
they say. So they say. So they say.
I saw yesterday you got to hang out with one Lolo.
I did. Lolo is in town, and yeah, I believe he went to the West Ham Europa League game on Thursday night.
Okay.
And I believe he's going to the North London Derby on Sunday. It's tomorrow, isn't it?
Man's living life, man. He's enjoying himself. Really good. Really good. Cool. And let's say hello to everybody else. It's your birthday again, as you can see. It's always your birthday in the show. Stan is joining us. It's on the West Coast, Vancouver. Welcome. Leeds have scored twice today, but the score is still 0-0. I didn't even know that. They were turned away, or they were VAR'd. What happened?
I know one was offside, And the other, I don't actually know what happened, but I know that all the devices were saying Leeds had scored, and then mysteriously half time is 0-0.
That's
So
interesting. So
Nemeth hacked multiple sites apparently to troll me.
that is interesting. So the technology that supposedly tells you whether there's a goal or not told them there was a goal, but the non-technology said it's not a goal. Interesting.
I'll tell you the level of dominance though that we've inflicted thus far. Right, well, we was on 70% possession. That has dropped a bit, but basically 8 shots, 5 on target, no goals. And just like Hull on Wednesday, whenever you're a goalkeeper and you need to have the game of your life, just play Leeds United.
Oh, you're probably right about that. Interesting. That sucks.
Conspiracy. Does suck. Does suck.
Tayyib has joined us as well. Tayyib, welcome to the show. You know what? It's good to hear that the name Steven's name has changed. He's now back to the Stars No Misfit. Congratulations. Had a little scare in our house, but I think we're all good. It's that time of year. It's starting to get cold, and the COVID situations or occurrences are picking up again. But so just be careful out there. You know? Chris Nix is in the house. I don't understand a cricket score. Interesting. How do you not understand a cricket score? But you know what? Somebody here will tell you about cricket, and his name is Sam. Sam.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, can you tell Chris Nix about this cricket scores? He doesn't understand.
Is it bloody Reedy going on about cricket again? Is it?
No. This is Chris Nix. Look, I show you the post. Why are you going after my man Riddy for it? Why are you going after Riddy?
It was because of Riddy.
That's why.
Riddy brought it up. So then Chris Nix went, which I then read the score back. Then Chris Nix said he doesn't understand it. Yeah.
I don't know why you guys going after my man Riddy for. Man likes his sport. Let him enjoy it. Yeah.
Is there any Formula One this weekend?
See, now you're starting it up, right? Yeah, you've got too many sons in England. I guess so. I already thought I got the one.
It's like a Royal Rumble in here. Everyone's going for everyone.
I know. Mom's in the house. Welcome to the show, Mom.
Hello, Mom.
So everybody be on your best behavior. No, just do what you do, man.
I feel particularly.
Your mum knows what the road trip's all about by now.
My head's full of crap today. I'm just going to warn everyone.
Oh, you know what? When he says it, you're in trouble because usually he holds back and doesn't tell us a damn thing. And next thing you know, we're off the rails doing whatever.
It's going to be no good. It's going to be no good today.
You know what? Usually he just wakes up on the bad side of the bed. This time he relayed on the bad side of the bed and woke up and then rolled off the bad side and went right back again.
No bad side to my bed. It's all just lovely.
Is that what it is?
I just wake up and I just give it.
There you go. Now the championship keeper turns into prime Buffon at Ellen Road. Is that what it is?
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And then when they play Ipswich, they turn into Onana. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ipswich on a run at the moment, aren't they? The tractor boys.
The only team that actually slayed them thus far. The mighty Leeds.
Oh, Rodri has put his hands on a man. Rodri has put his hands on a man. You think he'll get a red card for that?
Straight red.
For Rodri?
Yeah.
Yeah, he put his two hands to the neck. That's 3 games. You know what? He has to go that far to get a red because usually he does, close to that, and it's like not even given a card at all or even a look. So 2 hands on the neck, Rodri to Gibbs White. I guess maybe think they can get anything out of this game still. It's still even, right? It's not even even. It's still City up 2-0. Rodri out for 3 games. That means does he miss? He'll miss does he miss cup games with that? Not that it matters.
I don't know. Well, you're going to miss domestic games, not European games.
He doesn't look. He's nodding his head like, you know what? But you can't put your hands on a guy's neck. I'm sorry. He hit it once. Ooh, and then yeah. We got Russ in the house, so you know what? Russ, watch out.
PGMOL is here.
Sam said he's coming for all heads, and dude, don't stick your head in there.
PGMOL is here, so we're glad about that. Mike Dean's ghost is here. We're happy about that.
Yep, just tested negative. Great to see. He
Big up
is not.
Steve Misfit.
Yep. So you're back. Hopefully, you'll be back on the road. You know, you're on the long road to recovery, but back on the road for real. So I don't care that much, chaps. But you know what? This is the road trip. You brought it up, so we're going to talk about it, even if for 1 minute.
That's it. Bring it up. That's it. You own it. You own it, boy.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Ridley's going crazy now.
Yeah. It's in Singapore, isn't it? So you've got to be really up really early our time to catch that. So it's not worth it. It's boring sport. Might as well watch paint dry. Just
I don't even know what it sounds like.
No, it's boring as hell. It's only if they crash or they have a bad pit stop. That's the only way they overtake each other in that sport now. It's completely gone. Finished.
The game's gone.
Completely gone. Completely gone it is, Tom. I'm telling you, mate. It's completely gone. It's all gone. It's all gone Pete Tong.
And Ryan confirming Rodri with a straight red. Sam giving me rent-free space in his head, although it's full of crap.
I just associate it with Riddy because he's always banging on about some Sri Lankan cricket somewhere. You know, it's that's what it is. It's his own fault.
Yep. Quick update on the Premier League scores: Crystal Palace and Fulham 0-0. Luton upper man, Wolves downer man. Score: Luton 0, Wolves 1. I was hoping Luton, after the red card, would be able to get something out of this game. Obviously, they can't play with 11 man over 10.
Wolves are like Leeds; they have to bribe someone to get a goal.
Yeah. True.
You're at home, you're upper man, and you go down a goal. How does that? What? Just guess my upset pick's not working. City, I think, is upper man up 2, and probably going for their. You know what I saw a stat? If they win today, that'll be the first time in a couple of years that they've won the first 6 matches. And guess where they finished? When they won 6 matches in a row to start the season.
First.
Nope.
Second.
Nope.
It would have been the fourth. No, it would have been 2016. It'd been the year Leicester won it.
Yeah, they finished third.
Because it went.
Interesting, Gary. Interesting. You are the Steve Harvey of
Steve Harvey? I don't know if that's a good thing. Which Steve Harvey? Is that another one besides the American one?
Yeah, that's the American one. You're the Steve Harvey of YouTube watch-alongs.
I don't want to be that guy. He makes mistakes online. He gives the trophy to the wrong person. Come on.
Does he? Oh.
I think he called out like Miss Columbia.
The Oscars.
No,
it was Miss Universe, wasn't it?
Yeah, Miss Universe. He gave it to the wrong country. It was
Dolph Diggler, no mates, is busy in the chat today.
Yep. Oh, Wolves. Yep. So Gary's mother, when Gary was young, I'm sure you said to him about mixing with the wrong crowd. You may need to do that again. You know what? She did. She told me watch out for basically the Sams of the world. And she actually said the Sams of the world.
Gary, you better answer Riddy's question before he starts crying.
Oh no. Okay, let's get to it. Everybody saying hi to Mom. Straight
Hi,
red.
Mom. Hi, Mommy.
The game was gone soft. You know what? He put 2 hands to the guy's neck. I don't know if that's at least a card, right?
Tom, what do you reckon?
Cool Ranch.
Ooh.
Cool. Are those Cool Ranch, right?
No, just cool.
They just call Cool. We don't have that over here. We have Cool Ranch, which is in a blue bag.
You know, it's cool.
All right, so we got to get to this question. Oh, Blackburn has responded, and 3-2 score now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Sam just got back from proper seagull scrap from the west.
I did. I just had a right fight with some seagulls.
Yep. So Rodri will not be playing against Arsenal. So if we were to actually get anything out of that game, does that mean it's tainted? Because not only are we missing Partey probably, but they are missing Rodri. So it's kind of, it should be a wash, right? So where is this question? Am I that far behind?
No, you got to go. He asked you who's going to be in goal tomorrow.
Oh, who's going to be in goal tomorrow? For me,
That's it, that one.
Arteta's already shown his hand in the past, so I expect it to be Raya. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, it should be Raya if Raya is. Well, I believe he's the number one now. It's his to lose.
Yeah.
So Arteta's done this before. We've seen it. So why would he? I don't think he's going to change. Also, Ramsdale hasn't played in 2 games. I know. Goalkeepers can sit and all this, but you're not going to bring him in for the North London derby if you bring in Raya and then you start Raya for 2 games. Not only that, the opening game of Champions League, you basically already sent your message. Right? That's the message sent. Right? That's like saying you sit Saka for the first game in the Champions League. You expect him to play the next match in a North London derby. You don't, because if he can't play in the first match of the Champions League, he's not at that level for the North London derby either. I don't know what do you think?
No, I just think he's taking over now. I think he's giving it to Raya now. It's Raya's to lose. That's what I think. I believe a lot of people are saying that now Raya is the next level of goalkeeper for us. He's slightly better than Ramsdale. Certainly better with distribution. Much more smoother, much quicker when he gets the ball. I think it's like a few of the pundits have been saying, that when Arteta came in, he got in Ramsdale to take us. Basically, he thought Ramsdale was better than Leno, and brought in Ramsdale to take us into the top 4. To challenge more. And now I think he's realised that he could get Raya. Raya was available. He could get hold of him. He thinks he's better than Ramsdale, and he's basically gone for Raya to take us into the title challenge to win trophies. That's what I think. It's sad. It's tough. It's brutal, but that's football. Football is brutal.
Yep. I mean, I think everybody wanted Arsenal to be ruthless, and if that meant sitting what we consider a really good player for what they consider a better player. For me, it doesn't matter the margins. I keep hearing the margins are small between the two, but I think the margins are what fill the gap.
Yeah.
Mr. Tom, anything to say on Raya sitting or Ramsdale sitting?
Yeah, I'm impressed with the ruthlessness of it. The mentality of, if I don't think he's doing well, I'm not going to stick with him just because he's my starting keeper. Obviously, you have the luxury of having another Premier League starting keeper. It's not like you've ruthlessly dropped Ramsdale for Runarsson. Like, that would be a bit like, really? Are you? Whereas this is more debatable.
Understandable. You can understand it more, really, even though it's tough. And a lot of people think it's unfair because Ramsdale hasn't really put a foot wrong, really. It is brutal, but football is brutal. You want to get to the top and climb to the top, you've got to be brutal sometimes. And I think this is one of Arteta's, again, moments where he's being a bit brutal.
I'm surprised that it's happened, considering you've not been defeated. You haven't lost it, have you?
No, I haven't lost it. Not in the league.
Yeah,
no.
I'm surprised it's done while you're undefeated. Like, the timing of it is a bit.
Yes, it is. I agree. But I think that for me, that is, I think, why it's so sort of. I know it's difficult to say this, but it's obvious that he has decided to go for Raya ahead of Ramsdale because, like you say, Ramsdale hasn't really put a foot wrong. We haven't lost a game. In normal terms, you would think, wow, why are you taking out Ramsdale? But I think he's just taking out Ramsdale because he thinks, no, I think Raya's better, and that's it. We're going to use Raya. And that really is brutal, like you say, because Ramsdale hasn't really done much wrong. So, yeah. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
You know what? Anyway. This reminds me a little bit of, remember when we had Matty, was it Ryan? I think he came in.
Yeah, that was another guy.
Remember how comfortable he looked when he came in?
Breaking news, Buffon saved again. Sorry, please continue. Okay.
Remember how comfortable he looked when he came out for a cross?
Yeah.
And he just took the ball out of the air, and you're like,
damn,
if Leno could do that, wow,
Reyes looks so comfortable coming out for crosses. He's Ray, you can see Raya is better at positioning himself. I've really noticed that with the last couple of games now he's played. He positions himself better than Ramsdale to collect crosses. He's much better at coming out in the area than what Ramsdale is. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that. So, yep. So that's our talk on that. I think if Arteta's crazy, he'll start Ramsdale because all he's doing is messing with the goalkeeper's head.
He's gonna be fucking around with him. I mean, I could see he's got a wheel of fortune in the dressing room every game, and he's like There's two halves. There's Ramsdale and Raya, and he just spins it. Who is going to play today, guys? Who's going to play today? Is it going to be Raya or is it going to be Ramsdale? Let's see. Oh, today it's Raya.
Yeah. No, he definitely would. I think that's definitely playing with fire, just because I don't think that's the message he needs to send.
No, I don't think it's that. I was just messing around. It's definitely. I think he's definitely chosen Raya above Ramsdale now. It's up to Raya to lose it. If Raya starts messing around, doing some bad stuff, then Rambo will probably get back in goal. But right now, it's Raya's spot to lose. Right now, I really think that.
No. Stefan has joined us, and he has a question for why we start at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, it's a good question. I've asked the same things because Gary told you it's the Steve Harvey of YouTube. You know, it's
You know what it was? It was one of those things where I don't want to go too early on a Saturday, but then I realize now that it kind of eats into my lunchtime, and I like to eat. So I'm always like right at the end. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go because you know what? It's lunchtime, and I miss lunch again. So we might play with a 10 o'clock start, but I think it's also we want to make sure that you guys enjoy the other two more than me, and this time seemed to work a little bit better.
It's another thing is you're also in America. I think people have to remember that you are in America, and it's an early start for you to start even earlier, and you do have a family life, and like you say, you want to eat food and make sure you get the regular life stuff done. So yeah, it's It's not like these degenerates. It's not like these degenerates watching us who have got nothing better to do. We just pop on here and entertain them. And they just like, oh, we just entertain them 3 times a week. Where are you?
I have an idea to combat this, but we can discuss this after the show.
No problem. We can do this. We can discuss it. I know everybody loves the show, so and then once in a while when Arsenal is playing, I sometimes will just start it at the 10 o'clock hour anyways, because it's going to be me. It's going to be me and Sam, me and Tom, because Sam doesn't do watch alongs. So
mate, 3 p.m. the championship hour.
It's not a watch along. It's not a watch along. It's a Gary commentary along. That's what it is.
You love hearing me speak. I know it. When you go to sleep at night, you wake up in a dead. You wake in a cold sweat. Like I miss that Gary commentary. What the hell is going on? The world without Gary's commentary. Look, you be crying and all that. You're like, why am I crying? Oh yeah, that's right. I can't hear Gary's commentary until 9 hours from now.
Go on, Tom. What are you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, when Gary said you guys love my commentary, the first thought in my head was love was certainly not the descriptor I would have used. Tolerate, possibly, at best. We can air the dirty laundry live on YouTube. Doesn't matter. No, it's fine.
We have fun.
Yes, yeah. So 11 o'clock was just because it was a good timing for all 3 of us to be around.
To be brutally honest, before 4 o'clock's a bit difficult for me on a Saturday because I got loads of stuff on I do during the day. So, you guys, of course, could start at 3 o'clock if you want, of course. But for me, has to be 4 o'clock for me, really.
All right, okay, right. What was that now? There was a week at the start of the season where I went live for Gary at 3 o'clock, and then you all joined in at 4. I don't see why that shouldn't continue.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We do that. I just have to make sure the times work, with the StreamYard in terms of right now I haven't been putting in extra money for the extra hours, so I have to make sure we've always had bandwidth, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
So we should be fine. But yeah, we'll work on that, Stefan. We'll try to give you more of what you like. We're here for the people, right? We're here for the people. And then
We're here to entertain.
My favorite
Dolph
friend,
Ziggler
Colonel
and
Ward, has
Nomate.
joined us. Gary should be the new host of Pointless, as his facts are no good to me. Wow.
Welcome,
Wow.
Colonel Ward, fresh from his day trip to Jaywick.
The Colonel Ward is also walking up the same side of the bed as Sam has, but Sam has actually been nice so far today. So I don't know
I haven't started with him in the chat yet. I don't
know when the dam's gonna break, but it's gonna break soon.
Oh, I got my eye on a couple of them. I got my eye on a couple of them there. Don't worry. They've got this this Dolph Ziggler there. I got my eye on him.
Yeah. See that? You know what? And Stan sends the Seagulls all the way from Vancouver.
Oh, too bad. They're all dead.
Yeah. So Arsenal will play City probably without Rodri and De Bruyne, so it won't count if we get anything out of the game. They won't give us the points because City isn't playing with a full deck.
City, they're too good.
Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah.
Sam,
what's this?
You know this is Diggler. Diggler. This is not boring. This is victory.
Cool original flavor. Doesn't even sound. Isn't cool. If you have to say it's cool, if you have to say it's cool, guess what? It's not cool.
Anything boring around here is Dolph Ziggler, no mates. That's boring.
Oh man, we've got Ian in the house. Welcome to the show, Ian. Bayern München is up 7. Wow. We'll see.
And the Wind Monkeys.
Yeah.
Stan's gonna be sending the Wind Monkeys on the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Kai in goal. There you go. For 65 mil, you better be able to play everywhere, right? Got to be good to play everywhere. It's good. You guys are looking for upgrades. What do you mean upgrades? Does he mean in time or does he mean people?
It means you've upgraded your goalkeeper.
I think so. I think that's what he means. Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the show.
That's when he wrote it.
We're the absolute best around. We are. I mean, look, I'm with Steve Harvey and the best, absolute best around. Tom is the wrestling expert of the world.
Every once in a while, we hear Michael Jackson and Trump, which I'm not too happy about the Trump guy. But
hang on, I'll tell you this. This was brilliant last night. Okay, brilliant. When I got back from my drink with Lolo, I popped into McDonald's for my customary 20 nuggets, right? And I sat there. I swear this is true. Every fibre of my being, this is exactly true as I said it. And I'm sat there and I'm like, I'm considering, should I pop open nuggets? And then my phone beeps and Sam Greenwood pops up with this AEW is a bit shit. And I was like, so I'm watching wrestling. Right? And then I immediately, I never remember when AEW was on ITV. Because like I say, I don't follow it as deeply as like we watch WWE. But Sam does. And by does, I mean, you follow it more than me. So to me, you're the expert now. And basically he and I was like, so I'm sat there, my 20 nuggets. He's lying. You're lying. I'm not even gonna bother checking my phone. You're lying. You're lying, Ziggler. You're lying. Anyway, no, I will check my phone just in case. I know he's lying, but I will just. He's not lying. He's not lying. Leeds have scored. It's Pirro. He's not lying. I love Ziggler. Anyway, I apologise, but he usually is lying. Anyway, so me and Sam bouncing our comments back and forth on the wrestling. And my favourite thing that Sam Greenwood does, not to lick his ass too much, but will a little bit, is I made him promise. I was like, if you're not if you're going to comment on wrestling, you are not allowed to get any of the names correct.
Oh. Yep.
I need descriptions of the individuals.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to try. I'm trying to get that thought out of my head. Can we not ever say that again? Because that just.
You like it. it.
No.
Lovely.
No.
Watford lose the ball upfield. We touch from Rutter to send James down the right. Stands up across, which is perfect. Perot drifted into space, converts from close range. No mistake. 1-0.
There you go.
Bellissimo, bellissimo, bellissimo.
So Mr. Tom is happy, all right? Mr. Tom is happy.
Yeah, go on, Steve.
All right, so here we go. Next question. This is for you. We'll give it to you, Sam.
Yeah.
For you, when you stop eating your cool crisps.
Oh, Middlesbrough scored again past Southampton. Oh,
Does Kai Havertz start tomorrow? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Why is that?
Because he played well against PSV.
He didn't start. I thought he didn't start. Oh, do I have that wrong?
Yeah, he played against PSV.
I thought Vieira started. No?
No, Vieira came on.
Oh. I have that all wrong.
Havertz is getting a bit better now. He's getting more into it. I personally wouldn't start him, but I just think he will. I think Arteta likes him. I think he's improving now. He had a pretty good game against PSV. Made a lot of good interceptions, a lot of good passes.
Yeah.
He's in that role at the moment, a bit like what Xhaka was before, where
2-0, 2-0, 2-0.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
I think it's 2-0.
Sorry, Sam.
You know what? I think this happened, Sam. I think Leeds scored again. I have this premonition.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm just. My apologies. That was rude of me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No, of course you've got lead score. Of course you've got to be happy about that. That's brilliant.
So question for you then on the Kai. So
I wouldn't start him. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't start him, but
okay.
Arteta sees obviously the qualities in him, and I think he does a lot you don't really see, like what Xhaka did. You know, I mean, Xhaka was also a controversial player for all his time throughout Arsenal, of course. I'm not just talking about this, the stuff with the fans and all the, the red cards and that, but I'm talking about the actual way he played on the pitch.
Yeah.
There was a lot he did that people didn't really see, but he was a key factor in the way we played. And, I think that is probably what Havertz is slowly becoming for us. But I would give Trossard a start there, or I would give maybe Vieira a start there, see what he can do. But the thing for me, Vieira is a bit lightweight. So in a North London derby, I wouldn't play Vieira in a North London derby because Vieira is still a bit lightweight for me. He's going to be knocked over and maybe a bit intimidated. So I would save him for later in the game, bring him on.
You know what? We said the same thing. We would have said the same thing. I mean, I believe people were thinking the same thing against Everton, right? Because their midfield bossed us last time we played them on the road. And we would have said the same thing about bringing Vieira in for that match a couple of weeks ago, right? And he actually did go into that match, and we did come out with a win. It was a tight win, but we did come out with the win. So at some point, he's going to have to play in those games, and he's going to have to play through it, because he's never going to learn, right? Sometimes the kid's got to learn. He's got to learn how to play against those types of teams, like you said. Or else we can't have him on the squad. It doesn't work.
No, I think Havertz is going to slowly grow more into the role as well. He hasn't played that many games yet either. People are very, very quick to judge him as well. I think a bit unfairly. He hasn't had the greatest of starts. Of course, he hasn't. He hasn't hit the ground running as we hoped he would. But at the same time, to give up on him after in total of 6-7 games, I think is a bit much, to be honest. It's a bit quick to give up on him that quickly. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, if it was my choice, if I was the manager, I wouldn't be starting him. I would be starting a Trossard there. Maybe a Smith Rowe instead. Maybe we'll see. But it's. I just know Arteta will probably start Havertz because I think he believes a lot more in him than we do.
You know what? You said it, and I think a lot of fans say the same thing too. They're treating Kai Havertz like a kid with white gloves and stuff that they can't really break, hurt. For me, coming into this squad, he has to know that what his role is, and he has to know that he may not start immediately. If we're thinking because if we put him on the sideline, it's going to hurt his feelings, then why in the world would we go out and get Raya, even though Ramsdale pretty much is doing a good job? You see that, you have to know if you don't bring it, you're going to sit. So if you're going to treat your goalkeeper like that, who hasn't done anything in the world, but Havertz, who hasn't actually come in with the qualities that we expect out of that position, right? He doesn't answer the questions day one, right? We wanted to see it, but he doesn't answer it. So for me, we can't treat. He has to be treated the same way, and I don't think he has to be good today. He has to be good, and we'll let him grow into the position. The same way you don't want Vieira to play because you say Vieira isn't ready for a big time game like a North London derby or a strong midfield. Havertz is not ready to play Arsenal football right now.
No, I agree.
Not the way we want him to, and he's got the skills. We know he's got the talent. So what?
But we're sort of we're a little bit limited because unless you want to play Trossard in that role, which I think would work, but Trossard for me is better attacking. He's a bit more in a more forward role, like he's been playing most of the time. You know, along the front line, either left or in the middle. I think Trossard is much better when you put him a bit further forward, even though he could play in that 8 role. But the reason I'm saying we're a little bit limited is because with Partey's injury, you know, it sort of limits a little bit what we can do there because Rice is going to be playing the deep role, the 6 role. So, you know, instead of maybe Rice playing the 8 role and Partey playing the 6 role, when Partey's not available, you know, it sort of limits your options a little bit with that 8 role, you know. I mean, people talk about ESR as well. I think ESR could play that role, but again, he's been out so much. He's been on the bench so much. Would you start him in a North London derby in that role that's a bit unfamiliar to him? I don't think that's really the answer either. So it's a bit of a difficult one, but we'll see. I think Havertz will start, but for me, I'll probably start. If it was me, I'd start Trossard ahead of Havertz and use Martinelli again out left. Unless he's just injured. If Martinelli's injured, then we have that. Yeah, then we might have to use Trossard out left, and then we'll have to use Havertz then because I think Martinelli's injured, isn't he? I think he pulled something. So yeah,
I hear you. Yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptick here, but I want to say hello to Big Scott who just joined us.
Welcome to the BX.
So we will continue on. I will try to catch up with these chats. But when we're talking, we're talking. And
really had a great comment about the wrestling watch-alongs, and you skipped past it.
No, I didn't skip past it. I think I checked it.
What did you say about the wrestling?
We'll get to it in just a second. Open up the super chats. You know, I'll open up the super chats, but if I do, guess what? You guys probably won't like the show as much because you won't be able to talk to us like we do right now. There'll be so many people in this chat rambling. You think I'm slow now? Imagine when we have all these people. So Stan did bring up a point.
He means giving you money.
Oh, he wants to give us money? Oh.
No, he means opening it up for people to give you money.
Oh. Yeah,
That's what he meant.
I think I have to have a certain number of subscribers.
What do you think Super Chat means?
No, I know it's what it means.
Super Chat.
You have to have like whatever 500 or 1,000.
Yeah, I know, really. But
so I'm not at that level yet. So I like where we are right now. I'm enjoying this. So Stan said, I love doing the watch-alongs for wrestling because, as you guys know, I know nothing about the sport. It is a sport, right? These guys are athletes, but they play actors they play actors in the ring.
What are you talking about now? Wrestling?
Yeah.
No, they just the AEW is just people off the street in their chinos. That's what it is.
Yeah. You know what? That's the thing about Tom and Tony. Tom's enjoying the wrestling, and Tony, the only way to keep him entertained is with the clips of that's all. And every time I look away and I come back, Mr. Tom's got a new picture up for Tony.
Yeah, that's basically really. I think really had his first experience of the show because he popped in about 2 hours in because I think he'd been travelling because he'd went to the Champions League game, and I think what he thought the show was and what the show really was two completely different things. As in, he thought we was going to be sitting again, and
can we have a competition?
Dolph Ziggler wins in 4 minutes and 3 seconds, and let's move on to the next match. But really, it's Tony, are you going to use your token to do some perving? And Tony's like, yes, I will.
The watch. I like the pictures of the watch along. They're so good. The pictures that Tom has.
No, you do a good job with that. There's a lot of work that goes into that. For those people who are watching this show, you should check it out, Mr.
The
Tom.
AEW, I was enjoying that last night because it's so shit. The AEW, it's so crap. You just can't help but laugh at it.
Yeah. I think I saw the commercial.
And Tom was trying to defend it so bad. He was like, "Oh, this guy is the fucking best in the world." Or whatever.
No, Daniel Bryan is the best wrestler in the world.
What, that little butt plug?
Yeah, with the beard. Yeah,
the little butt plug.
He's incredible at it. Incredible at it.
He's an athletic guy, but Jesus,
I mean, he lost. He lost. Like
he's about a third the size of that. What was his name? Big Bill or whatever his name was.
Mm. Yeah.
My favourite bit was when they came back to did an interview, and there was a guy literally stood there and went, "Take 22."
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Tom, here. This is you enjoy this. Can you read this one off?
For fuck's sake, Leeds are winning. What the fuck? Leeds are almost as bad as two dogs trying to shag on newly installed polished wooden floor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He loves your teeth.
Oddly specific. That.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colonel.
I see Ang's in the. I see Ange is in the chat. Big up, Ange.
Oh, look at joined us. Why not is in the house, people.
Can we have a competition, please? Can we, everyone in the chat, have a competition to guess the age of this Why Not Spursy guy?
Is that the competition you want to have?
Because, I thought you wanted a different competition.
I know.
because judging by the way he writes, I think he's about 11. I don't know. What do you think? Is he a grown man?
He's a grown man. He's a grown man. Hello, why
he's
not?
He's on Tedder out already.
I think we know his stance on everything. Yeah, I don't know why he supports Arsenal, to be honest. But anyway, it's a different question, isn't it?
Tom is always telling tall tale.
I just offended you. What?
It doesn't matter what you say. This guy's not going to like it. So.
What did I do? What? I mean,
that's
he's
great.
Right, but...
You know what? I mean, it was sent a while ago. Like
chatting farts. Yeah, I don't know how you can chat a fart really, but I don't know.
That's funny.
Managed to do it apparently.
It said about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, my bad, people. You know what? His name is Vieira. Fabio.
The timing was filthy.
All right, call the man by his name.
Conspiracy.
I need hungry players. I think we got hungry players, so we'll see. Fabio not worthy of the legend's name. Vieira. That's his name. He's not. That's his name. Yeah.
Can't do much about his name, can he? Really, but
yeah. No, he's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's doing it well, as far as I'm concerned. So, can he get better? Yes. Does he need minutes? Yes. So Luton has drawn with Wolves, so I might be able to pick up some points on the upset pick this week. They might get their first point of the season. I don't know if they get any.
Half the points, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
They draw it half the points.
You should all see Sam's caravan. Beautiful Gary. He's got a 1980 red love seat.
A beautiful caravan.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a new deal for Erdogan. So,
well done.
Yep. You know, if you look at Arsenal players that just have re-upped in the last less than a year, I mean that's a strong team, right? They're just going to grow with each other, and then if Timber gets healthy, it's another one of the young guns. We're looking good, people. We're looking good. He's not hungry enough. You know what? I don't know. Ange has joined the group. Ange, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Check out Ange on. She is on Mr. Arsenal podcast. Does the women's show, so you should check that out. I think the women are in international duty right now, but they will be back.
In Scotland yesterday, didn't they? Yeah.
Yep. They looked like they struggled in that match.
Yeah, second half they didn't play very well.
Yeah, I mean, people were talking about. You think Leah Williams is the reason why they're struggling, or you think Mead is the reason why they're struggling?
I haven't been following it close enough. I just know that they're. I saw the second half yesterday, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, they looked like they're struggling to get. You know, it looked like they were just hanging on to that. Was it 1 goal, 2 goal lead or whatever it was? Just hanging on. So they're definitely missing a Mead and Williams. So I stick by my choice for best front five when all fit: Saka, Erdegaard, Jesus, Trossard, and Martinelli. The fact that Trossard's not starting at left 8 is ridiculous. You know, I think Arteta, as some people keep saying, spent a lot of money on Havertz, and he's got to play him. I don't think he has to play him. I think he has to get him ready to play for Arsenal, and it doesn't mean he starts. That's all. Yep. 1,000 subs or 4K watch hours to get super chats. Oh yeah, yeah. We do this for fun, and it's hard to for those who yeah, I would love to do all that stuff, but as we've talked about, we enjoy just sitting around and chatting. Like you can't do those type of shows if you got like 1,000 people or like hundreds of people trying to chat with us. I think you guys enjoy the dynamic of the show. So we'll see how it goes.
I'd big league you all instantly. Like I'd start turning up in shades and stuff. Just
No, see that? Yeah, no, we can't have that because it doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even look right. A little man with shades on, just doesn't sound right.
That's sizist. That's
Oh, did I say so? Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
Just you're obsessed. You're obsessed.
Yeah.
Go on Gary's Google. It's going to be midget porn. I'm convinced of it.
Oh man. Why not? It's going. You know, we'll see how this goes. The Luton ground has that cozy old school feel and vibe going on. I love
Luton
it.
ground is terrible. Terrible.
It looks really. I mean, it looks nice from the cameras, but it looks like there's only like 10 rows of seats in the goal line now.
Stadium, is it?
Yeah.
Not a big
I
one.
bet you won't love it when Arsenal go there. If they got a result against you, you wouldn't feel cozy then, would it? BX.
Yeah.
It becomes DX on Wednesday.
Yeah. So here we go. News breaking about Russell Brand and Susan Boyle. Oh boy.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah.
Well, he went through a period where he shagged anything with a pulse, didn't he? So
yeah.
that
Everybody enjoys it.
That period was. That period is 1 second. There was a period where we did do that, and it was.
Yep. No, Beth and Leah were definitely missed for sure.
It was probably his 15th birthday to his 48th birthday.
Yep. So why not's going after everybody? It wouldn't be it's that kind of show.
Why not? Why not?
I'm glad to see you in the chat. Why not? We miss you when you're not around. I don't know. Arsenal hasn't done anything really. I mean, what do they do? Usually you come in when there's bad things happening, but they're looking good right now. So, guess you can't stay away. We do want to have you on here. So let's.
A bit ironic, isn't it? Why not telling people they chat shit when he's literally what comes out of his mouth is the most ridiculous crap anyone could ever write.
Yeah.
That makes literally no sense whatsoever.
Dolph Ziggler's doing well.
Man, guess what? Guess what? I'm getting all the points.
Really?
I'm getting all the points. There's a cross coming. I just saw the alert, but there's a ball coming off the left hand side here. Let's see what they do.
Wow.
I'm getting all the points. Luton will get all the 3 points the way this is going.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Gary.
Let's see.
That's close.
Wow, Luton.
Oh no, they got barred.
They
got barred. I guess he was offsides. Oh,
I like to rescind my congratulations.
He was offsides. Oh, the ball was deflected, but I think he was offsides long before that. Yeah, it was deflected, but I think he's offsides long before that. Yep, he was offsides long before that. And of course the defender just, goes ping pong with the ball or ping ball with the ball, and he was offsides.
In other news, my beloved Shanghai Port FC lost today.
Oh no!
They lost away at Chengdu Rongcheng.
What did you just make that up?
They're still leading the league by 7 points. So let's see if they can.
Oh man,
they can do it.
Oh man,
it's a great day.
Going after.
It's a great day for Leeds United. It's a great day. Jaden Anthony has scored. So 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah. Arsenal's playing bad and getting wins. So if that's what you're saying, then all right, I'll take that. Which means we have room to grow, which is all right because we started out fast last season and we died. Now we're starting out slow and we're still winning. So I'm going to take that as a positive.
This why not, guy. he was nowhere to be seen, was he, last season when we were winning games and we were winning the league by, like, was it 8 points?
You're winning games now.
Funny enough, no one saw him anywhere for like 8 months. And then all of a sudden, when we dropped form at the end of the season and Man City called us up and won, all of a sudden then he started to show his head around a bit, didn't he? It's a bit weird, that, isn't it? It's almost like he enjoys that Arsenal lose, that Arsenal don't win, that's his thing.
We're slowly chasing everyone down.
Mr. Tom is happy now. Look at this. 3-0. They just scored again. Wow. Jaden Anthony just scored. Rudder with the assist. Very good. Is it Daniel Jones? Is that James? Daniel James? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Is that the guy?
Daniel Jones, yeah.
Got 2 assists.
Yeah, Daniel Jones.
So, there you go. The Russell Bland has stolen the living for ages, you know.
And Russell Bland. I like that.
Did Ipswich win, Stefan? I don't know. Anybody know? Yeah.
4-3, wasn't it? I think. But I don't know if they won it in the end. Yeah. Let's have a look.
You and Russell, yeah. So Russell's got his say. Yeah. Still playing. Hopefully
4-3. It's in injury time now, or the added time. It's 4-3 to Ipswich.
Yeah. So you guys don't like Russell Bland, huh?
I'm what's the word? I'm 50-50 on it all. I think there's a lot of media exaggeration happening. I'm pretty sure he has been a poorly behaved boy, but I don't agree with like this showing footage from things like 10 years ago and being like, oh, look how uncomfortable they look, and it's like, no, you're choosing the screenshot that suits that. And I know that because I make screenshots for my show, and you can basically prove anything when doing that. Like, I mean, but there's one that they did where then the woman in question came out and went, yeah, I thought it was harmless. I can't remember her name.
Here's
American
an important
Idol person.
Here's an important question. Here's an important question. Since we're like, who wins in a fight, Edward Scissorhands or Freddy Krueger?
Krueger.
Oh, Krueger. But yeah, but I'd want Edward to win because Krueger's just full of shit jokes.
I like his jokes. Freddy, Friday was it Eddie? Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Remember with the nurse? Remember the scene with the nurse? Because that's what I remember about the third one.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Yes.
He puts them in the telly. He either lifts them into the TV or he puts the TV on their head.
No, but remember like the nurse scene when everybody's like, "Go on, Johnny, do it!" And I say, you're like, "Oh, damn."
Freddy Krueger's just going to get him in his dreams. How can you do that?
One of the nurses in that film is Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know. Okay.
But
I just remember. Yeah.
If Freddy Krueger's gonna get into Edward Scissorhands' dreams and kill him in his dreams, how can you beat that?
Very true.
Stefan's referring to Street Mate. It was on Street Mate or Street Date. One of. Yeah. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm reading. Oh, you want me to read out your updates, Ian?
He was letting me know. I was reacting to Ian's updates. To be fair to him. I consider him. I'm quite comfortable in saying I consider him a more trusted source on Leeds United scores than Nemeth.
I hear that. I'll read them out. I'm not picking and choosing anybody more than anybody else. So
got to be a lot colder than 3-0 though. It would be 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no. I'll say this. One last thing I'd say about Russell Brand is I just find him massively pretentious. Regardless of what he has done or hasn't done, I just find him very aloof and pretentious.
The guy literally went round and flirted openly with everything that breathed for like 20 years.
and then phoned an old man to tell him that he'd fucked his granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the reason why his marriage didn't work out is because he finally met somebody who was prettier than he was, and it just wasn't going to work out. And so that's why they ended up having a divorce. Plus, he wanted both sinks to do himself up each time, so that's why. So it didn't work. That's my thing on that.
I also thought that there might be not, because again, this is. I was thinking there must be some kind of statute of limitations. I mean, these things are like 20 years old. How can you try and get evidence on something that's 20 years ago? I mean, what kind of evidence is there? I mean, you need real evidence. This is the thing people don't understand, right? Is if you're going to go through the court system, the legal system, you're going to go that route and make whether it's a civil case or a criminal case, you have to provide evidence.
The thing is, though, a lot of these things are hard to prove, even near the facts.
But that's why they all get thrown out, Tom. That's why they all get thrown out, or the plaintiff, the person prosecuting, doesn't win, because I'm not saying it is the correct outcome. I'm not trying to defend Russell or anyone else. Please don't misunderstand me. But I'm just saying, from a legal point of view, when you have to provide evidence and actually, adjudicate a case, it's very hard. It's very hard at the best of times, even when something happened just a year ago or 6 months ago. And then you're going back 20 years. What kind of evidence can you produce from 20 years ago? Apart from hearsay. Hearsay is not enough. Hearsay is not enough.
As I've said, more than as I've alluded to earlier, more than like the people saying he did things to them, what sits with me less is when people take things like I said, a picture, and go like, "Oh, she doesn't look comfortable." It's like, that's just a screenshot. You don't show me the full clip in context. Yeah. Before like making me click a clickbait article, which I'm not going to. But
that's the whole social media aspect, isn't it? Trial by social media. Everyone's made their mind up because of one picture and because of one thing one person said, and everyone makes their mind up from that. That's trial by social media. It's terrible. That's what loads of people go through.
What I will say, it's probably not good, but I think a lot of it comes down to that even if you did take him to court, he's never actually going to see the inside of a cell. So the actual way to punish him is just to prevent him from making money.
Well, I think the only way you can, I think there's no criminal avenue. You can't take him. The only way he would go to jail or prison is if he was criminally prosecuted and lost and he was sentenced. That's the only way. But I don't think that would happen. I don't think he would get a criminal case unless you got evidence, or they might try it, but you probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't win. Russell will probably win, and then so the only way you can do it is through you got to try a civil case, right? You got more chance then because the burden is not as high. Burden of proof is not as high. You might be able to win something as a civil case and get compensation or something, and probably get some money off of him or something like that.
Very true. OJ didn't do it, but he wrote a book about if he had. So there you go. Where were you when those 10-30 cops were driving behind that white SUV?
No, it was live on TV. That was live on TV. I remember that.
Yeah. Everybody remembers where they were when that happened. That's when I knew this whole thing was a joke. Nothing was going to come out of it, because a guy driving, if you really wanted to pull him over, you just pull him over. So you want to make a spectacle of it, you just drive what?
Yeah, but the thing was he had a gun, didn't he? The thing was he had a gun and he had someone driving him, and they thought it was a hostage situation, didn't they? That was the whole thing.
Yeah. Like I said, it was joke from that time, and then it just didn't get any better when they went to trial. So for me, it was never going to there was never going to work out, and we're never going to know the truth. Yeah. Yeah. Now he's going after you. Like Stan, I thought Stan was your man.
So quite in his defence, well, you can't go out and incriminate yourself, can you? I mean,
What's he supposed to say? Is he supposed to apologise to people that won't believe him anyway?
but the thing is, he's already gone out and sort of like had said his position without going into any details. He has already done that, hasn't he, a couple of times? But you can't exactly go out and talk specifically about what you're possibly going to be tried for or something like that or whatever. I don't know. It could be an upcoming case or whatever. You can't just put that out in the open, can you?
I'm not sure what this is all about.
That is Norwich, isn't it? Losing.
Oh, Norwich is just shipping goals, isn't he?
But I didn't see that score. Why didn't I see it? What's going on? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Anyway, let's brighten the mood a little bit with a joke I made up the other day.
All right. See you, Ange.
See you later, Ange. Have a good one. Have a good Saturday.
Yeah.
Driven her off with this brand nonsense.
Yeah. And
All
then,
this brand OJ stuff.
Russ goes into wrestling, so I don't know what this all means.
Oh, Roddy Piper, yeah.
Oh, I can explain this. Yeah, in 1996, they did a street, literally a fight in the street in an alley in Hollywood. Goldust and Roddy Piper, and to escape Roddy Piper, Goldust drove from the alley to the Anaheim Pond in Anaheim, California. But basically, instead of actually showing footage of him driving, they used footage of O.J. Simpson being chased by the police. Now, for further context, they did this in 1996 when that chase happened in 1994. So you're using footage of something that's 2 years old at this point, and it's like, who are you trying to make laugh with this?
Sounds a bit bad to me.
Oh, of course it was.
But anyway, I made up a joke the other day. Tom, it's a bit up your alley.
Oh boy.
I like things up my alley.
I bet you do, you slag.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
You slag.
Please continue.
It's definitely up your alley, right? So, so which country do you think in Eastern Asia does the most online betting?
Thailand. No. There's one where it's Macau.
Macau. I was going to say Macau.
That's where it's not. That's where it's not illegal, right?
I was going to say this is a bet. Sorry, this is a joke, Tom. It's not a factual. It's not a quiz thing.
All right. so
let me phrase it again. Which country in Eastern Asia has the most users on Bet365?
I don't know, Sam. Which country in Eastern Asia has the most users on Bet365?
I'm not really sure, but I bet you it's a Tibetan man.
That's just stupid, but I like it.
Did you like that one? I thought you like. Oh, come on, you get it. Tibetan man.
I got it. It was yeah.
It wasn't very good, Tom. Just say it. I'll have to stick to reading stuff off of Google.
You've had better ones.
Why not agrees with you? Yeah, I guess he likes his wrestling too. Everybody likes their wrestling.
A lot of people don't admit it until they see other people say something about it, and then they're like, "Oh, you like it as well."
If you didn't like wrestling, then wrestling's different now, right? Wrestling on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, very different.
It's different than wrestling in the evenings because I think wrestling in the evening were they back in the days were there a lot of wrestling like in the evening?
They.
Well, to be honest, we just gone on like a Saturday night or something, didn't it?
With the big event, WrestleMania would be in the evenings, but the regular wrestling was for me would be around. I think it's noon over here in the States. So
but they would record it. No, they'd record it and then air it because it was aimed at children, so they'd show it like alongside Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, that was the best Saturdays. You get up in the morning, you watch your cartoons, and then when it's lunchtime, then it's wrestling. And then what would happen after that? Remember that? Well, then after that, it would be boxing, because that's when they would show boxing in the afternoons. So you can have a whole day just sitting in your pajamas, watching cartoons, wrestling, and then real boxing. Back in the days, the real boxing would come on at
We still do, don't we?
Yeah, but the wrestling starts in the evenings now, so you can't. If you're wearing your pajamas all day, it kind of looks weird, doesn't it?
No, there'll be wrestling on in the mornings for the kids, probably.
Now?
Yeah.
That's the neighbors disputing the.
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, I haven't seen any wrestling that's not before 6 p.m. over here.
I'll tell you when I used to watch it, right? When I was 15, so say in the Attitude Era, at the height of its popularity, I'd stay up on the Friday night and watch the 1 a.m. showing of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I think. And then on the Saturday morning at 10 a.m., I'd watch SmackDown. So then that was both wrestling shows done within a 10-hour period with a bit of a nap in between.
Cool. So why not?
That was aimed more at children, though.
1 a.m. on a Friday night, Nitro 9:10 on a SmackDown. Yeah, so you guys have to stay up late to watch it live.
It wasn't live either.
That wasn't live? Oh my!
No, they'd record it on Monday. It was Monday Night Raw, but then we in England would get it on a Friday night.
Wow.
But again, though, the internet was in its infancy, so it was rarely spoiled. But then in 2005, we just started getting it live, like just watching on a Monday night.
True.
I mean, it's quite late, really, if you think about it like that. But.
I'm not sure what he's talking about here.
Decent joke.
How low can you go? How low can you go?
Oh, now I get it.
Bloody hell! Didn't you clock onto that?
I thought he was stating something. I didn't know it was a joke. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if this is something I should put up, but anyways.
What does Gary Barlow mean ass? I don't know, Pincushion.
I think he's
Gary Barlow mean ass.
Got Ian going now. Ian, got Ian's perked up now.
So what is it? WWE Heat or?
They had WWE used to have a show called Sunday Night Heat, which they initially meant as a second show, but then when they invented SmackDown for The Rock, basically, they then turned Heat into like a third level enhancement show, where basically if they didn't want you on the main shows, you were sent out there to warm up the crowd before it started. They'd film that on the Monday, but they'd air it on 6 days later. So it weren't very good. Okay. So naturally, Channel 4 in England bought it. Because they're dumb.
Cool. Why not? You should check out Mr. Tom's wrestling show. I know you're awake. You'll enjoy it, especially whenever they do that. Once in a while, I show up, but I haven't been able to show up lately. I missed your show entirely this week. I'm sorry about that. But you guys should check it out. All right, so here's a question. Stan's got a football question. Football question time, everybody.
It's like Pele or someone.
Whose first language is Welsh, though.
Yeah. It's some obscure. It's like I've seen it before. I can't remember it. It sounds like Pele or something.
Oh.
Like there. It's not a Welsh player.
Oh, that's interesting. Welsh was his first language? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God! They just showed a Fulham player take a shot, and he's standing in front of the goal.
But it's something like that.
Oh man, he missed it entirely.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's someone who you wouldn't think speaks Welsh. I've seen it before, but the name doesn't.
Can't think of anyone like that.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head.
Pele would be interesting if that was right.
Pele, the Brazilian. But he was just, he just learned a lot of Welsh when he was a kid in the favelas of fucking Rio de Janeiro.
Look at that. I mean, Leeds, it looked like they were struggling. They're in 5th right now.
Yep. We've not lost for 6 games.
Yep.
That Pele from the Valleys was a hell of a player.
I'm telling you, you'll be surprised when this answer comes up.
All right, so Stan's holding out on this, so it's been about 3 minutes, so maybe he's waiting for the 5-minute mark.
The mushrooms are just kicked in and now.
So as it stands right now, the table is City with 18. That team, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Arsenal with 13. Brighton with 12. Oof.
Oh, the people of Patagonia. Oh.
Oh, this is a hint.
So we're talking
people.
Argentina, Chile, Argentina.
It's Gabriel Batistuta. I knew it was someone like this.
Batistuta, right.
From South America. It's Gabriel Batistuta.
Yeah,
as soon as he
Argentina.
said Patagonia, it's Batistuta.
Argentina.
Uh-oh, everybody's going after Tom. I'm just trying to start something, that's all.
I knew it was a South American. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
No, see, now that just everybody was going after everybody. Sam is getting cocky.
This Dolph Diggler's going after me again today. Dolph Diggler, no mates.
And Stan is confirmed.
Thank you.
Or no?
And you.
I knew Pele weren't right when I said it, but the point was I knew it was someone who you would never think it could be. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I was getting overly cocky about Leeds, personally. I was more relieved.
It's a terribly technical question, though, isn't it? Because I bet you Batistuta's never spoken a word of Welsh in his life.
To be fair to him, right, and to be fair to Stan and the person that wrote the question, or whatever, it wouldn't be a question if it was someone who was actually Welsh, would it?
Well, no.
Like if it was Gaff Bell, it's not Gaff Bell, because obviously, you know what I mean. It wouldn't be a...
None of them have scored a hat-trick in a World Cup, have they?
No. But even if Wales did get a hat-trick in this World Cup, it would still be Batistuta. No, I felt I took the Leeds win with excitement and class. You can't say you've done class thing yourself. That's not right. That itself is arrogant. But you know what I mean. Like when we destroyed Ipswich's goal, we were basically like I felt like I was pretty calm about it.
Batistuta was a smooth operator.
Batistuta was incredible.
He was good. He was a one-club man as well, wasn't he? He was a one-club man, Fiorentina.
Nope. Ended up playing for Roma.
Yeah, right at the end. But, I mean, it was basically done, wasn't he, when he went to them?
I think he won the title with Roma.
Yeah, he went at the right time, didn't he? But he was, he's like 36 or something, wasn't he? Something like that, 35.
I do know, one thing I do know about him is he doesn't like football. He's one of those.
Oh, wow.
I'll say that sounded racist. I mean, because I'm sure there was a time last year, I remember this, when Gary disappeared for 5 minutes, and then I found a list of like the top 10 players that don't like football, and I think he was on it.
Right.
Because yeah, they do exist. There are people that see football as a job.
Right.
There you go. Stan says go to Patagonia. You'll see they all speak Welsh there.
Wow.
And there you go. Tom
They don't all, do they?
and Sam is having
They don't all.
Sam is doing it on the screen.
My hands. Look at my hands. Look.
No. Put your hands down. All right, put your hands there again. I don't know which I don't know which one I want. Which one's better? I see you.
I see you, Gary. I see you.
He's got 3 World Cup hat tricks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Batistuta was a striker.
Man,
He was a real striker.
Yeah. Okay. We're just
Only
about
4 players have scored more than 1 hat trick at a World Cup.
That's crazy, right? It's not that many games, and there's not that many years to do it. So we're 75 minutes in, folks. So we see the finish line. Somebody just got hurt in warm-ups. It looks like. I don't know who that is. Ooh.
Somebody got hurt.
I think he just pulled a hammy. So a player from, I assume that's Burnley. I don't know. It's got to be from. Who's playing the late game today? Actually, that's the big question.
Burnley, Man United.
He
They
looks
play,
like,
there's an 8 o'clock game. That's because I believe Liverpool were upset with. They were upset with how many times they were put in the early game after playing the Champions League on the Wednesday. So I think they've started doing it where if there's a Champions League match, there'll be an 8 o'clock game as opposed to a 12:30 p.m. game. So anyway.
Yeah, it's a Brentford player just got hurt in warm-ups. That's what it was. I don't even know the play. Some guy with a lot of hair. Sam is always doing something suspicious for sure. He is because that is a dirty man. Look at him. Look at his eyes. He's got those. Yeah, see right there. He just did it. He just made those eyes.
I got my eyes on Russ Morgan today.
Oh no!
Hello, Russ.
Oh man!
Hello, Russ. How are you?
I assume this means something different over there, right? You guys, is that like hair gel over there or something?
I think that's his. I think he's dyslexic. He's trying to write jazz hands.
Oh man, yeah.
Jazz hands, yeah.
He's using his feet. Oh my gosh, he's
Ooh,
got some short legs. He's got some really short legs.
Can't curl my legs that well. Fuck you.
Chesney with a howler against Sassuolo. Brentford number 9. Yeah.
Is that the bus you take?
Sam Tossard is what you meant to say, right? No, Tossard.
Okay.
Tossard.
Needs to remove the R then if he wants that to work.
Yeah. Luis Suarez has the 3rd highest assist in football history. That stat sounds fake, but it's actually true. That's crazy.
Who has the highest? Who is the highest assist?
The most assists. God knows, it would be Messi or Ronaldo or something, isn't it?
It's probably Messi, right?
I don't know the answer. I'm just saying, for him to say 3rd is awfully specific. Although I know it's really because he played for Liverpool. But...
Yeah.
All right. So do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on.
Let's see here. Number 1 is it's not it's not Messi. So number 1.
Messi scores them.
No, but guess who's number 2? Number 1, actually no. So number 1 is Ferenc Puskas. Is that how you say that?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then Pele.
Real
so it's
Madrid.
404 assists, and then Pele with 369. Lionel Messi.
These Pele stats are made up, though, aren't they? Like they're not. He's just turned around and gone. I scored on the 14th of November 1948 or 58. Sorry, and then FIFA have just gone. Yeah, all right. Yep, we'll ratify that. Yep. No
Lionel
proof.
Messi with 361. Do the goals count in MLS? Do the assists count in MLS?
They do, but they probably shouldn't.
Johan Croft with 358.
So
Thomas Müller with
Suarez
302.
isn't third at all, then, is he?
Not on this list. It says
I think he's
So I
third in
will
the
tell
Premier
you.
League.
293
So-
for Lewis. So this is you know what? Let's see. This is when was this? Maybe this is an old article.
Chris
'cause
telling lies again, as he always
it
does.
says
with
September
conspiracy
11th.
theories.
So this is 12 days ago. With most of
He's
maybe
probably
he's talking
third
about
highest just in the
specifically.
Premier League. That's what he probably is, just in the Premier League.
Okay. All right. It says football history. Yeah, this is football history. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying we mentioned, was it Suarez?
Mm,
It's probably just in the Premier League. Yeah, third highest just in the Premier League.
yeah.
Also, looking it up, Batistuta hat trick against Greece in '94, hat trick against Jamaica in '98,
Mm.
and can't find the other one.
Sam, can you test this out for us?
My feet, somebody about said.
Do you know how many
That would
hat
be-
tricks there have been
that
in the
would be
World
unique.
Cup?
How many what?
How many hat tricks have occurred at a World Cup
How many?
in total? How many in the entire history of the tournament?
25?
11 or something like that.
54.
Oh my.
54, bloody heck. Crikey, there's a lot more than I thought.
So
In
Ray's
the
joined us,
entire,
but
from 1930, obviously, to now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary.
that's fine. They're giving out the answers, Puskas. So Sam is getting.
Oh, Anders har kommit. Hey.
Mm. All right, so I think this is a joke, but let's see.
An elderly man named Keith mislaid his set of false teeth. They'd been laid on a chair, he'd forgot they were there, sat down and was bitten up beneath. It said underneath.
Yeah, nice little bit of poetry there from Steve.
So,
There you go.
yeah.
Hej
Didn't
Anders!
realise we had the poet laureate in the
Yeah.
chat.
Hur mår ni Anders? Mår ni bra? Här är det jättebra här nu. Ni har kommit för att se på oss här skoja lite.
Yeah. Pele's including the exhibition games, including all the school games. Pele in the backyard. From escape to victory in the movies.
Yeah,
In his dreams.
Pele goals in his
Like I
dreams.
said,
Yeah.
purely fictional. And it's like, oh, you can't say this about Pele. Oh, he's the greatest of all time. It's like, in games that are barely on film.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I know it's not his fault.
Ray's over the mark. We got Anders has just joined us, but we are heading out of here, folks.
You know, he's got a wrestling move named after him.
Who does?
Pele.
Pele, what's it called?
AJ Styles does a kick where basically the bicycle kick, where he does it and kicks someone in the head, and the commentator goes, "Oh, I hit the Pele."
All right.
Yeah.
For those who are interested, in about 7 minutes, Brentford will be home to Everton. So there you go.
Can I just say one more thing before we go? Because Ian will understand. I think it's great now that Leeds did get the win against Watford, because it would have been really upsetting to me to have not got the win 28 years to the day that Tony Yeboah destroyed the net at Wimbledon.
Yep. What a goal that was.
Tribute to the big man.
Yeah. So Maradona is better than Pele. Is that what he means?
Maradona was just something else. Yeah.
So Maradona, you say, is better than Pele?
Well, they're incredible legends, aren't they? But for me, if I had to choose one, it would be Maradona, because that guy was kicked and bullied every game he played, and he would still just run rings around them and score goals and have fun and just make mugs out of everyone he played. And they played on shitty old pitches, these old potato fields they used to play on. You know, it's not the smooth carpets they play on now. I mean, the skill he had with all that, it's the guy was amazing. The guy was magical, absolutely magical what he could do. Yeah. And he single-handed. He basically I mean, basically, I mean, single-handedly won the Italian Scudetto for Napoli when he went there in the early 80s, in 84, I think it was. He won the Italian Scudetto for Napoli, coked up off his tits because the Nepalese the Napoleon, what's it called, Napoleon mafia, basically. They gave him as much coke as he ever wanted. He never had to pay for it. It's just an endless supply. So yeah, why not?
Would you say that Maradona, like, is there any player even close to that now, which you would go?
Well, Messi is a lot like him, isn't it? Messi has played a lot like him, and
but the talent wise, but what is he? But does Messi bring that same kind of "I got you" that Maradona gives you? Like,
no, but no one. Maradona. Sorry to interrupt. The thing with Maradona is he scored the greatest goal ever scored on a pitch that is like Alpha Fowler's allotment. Like that, the pitch is absolute disgrace. Like in terms of modern football, and he's just gliding past people with the ease and grace of Fred Astaire, and it's like, and then Messi plays in games where players like. It's almost like there's a force field and they can't attack him or try and kick him. Like, whereas people were openly, people were openly like trying to murder Maradona on football pitch to stop him. Whereas Messi has the ultimate in referee protection. I've seen Messi score goals in the MLS where the players are deliberately not going out of their way to not stop.
The MLS is a whole different thing. The MLS is just laid on for him, basically. But I'm talking. But you go back to his Barcelona days.
Yeah, but Messi, I mean, for me, Messi isn't. Is he? He's not. I don't feel like he's not the cog, right? Like Maradona is, basically. Like everybody can just work off of him.
Yeah, that's what Messi was. Messi was the Barcelona team, wasn't he? Yeah. Everything went through him. He was the guy had 70. He had like 70 goals and 70 assists a season. The guy was just an absolute joke. But yeah, no, he was amazing. But like Tom said, it's a different era. It's very difficult to compare because the pitches are so much better. The conditions are so much. They're protected. You can't just go around kicking holes out of them anymore without consequences.
Yeah.
You know, because Maradona back in the day, you look at that game in '86 in Mexico against England when he scored arguably one of the greatest goals of all time, dribbling basically, the entire England team basically before single-handedly scoring the goal.
Yeah.
That not only was it on a really bad pitch as Tom pointed out, but that game they literally kicked lumps out of him. His legs were bleeding. They tried really hard to just put him out of his game and put him off his game. And with all of that, he still managed to just run rings around him. And, that to me, that just shows you not only how good the guy is physically, but mentally as well. Or used to be, RIP and all that.
All right, people, we're going to have to end on that note. This is good footy talk at the end. A lot of everything in the middle and a lot of whatever at the start. But we got there. The exit is coming up. So we're going to let Mr. Tom say goodbye to his people because you can hear the kids starting to get a little riled up.
They are. They need their food. I agree with Stan. Romario was actually my first favourite football. Like obviously the '94 World Cup was when I got into football, and he was the best player of the tournament.
Him and Bebeto up front, what a pair they were.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, thanks to everyone for supporting the show and your comments and things like that. Remember, good mental health is something that you should always aspire to achieve, and there's no shame in getting help.
Yeah, there's always someone out there to help you. Sometimes you have to ask or at least give them a hint.
That person ain't me though. That person's not me. Don't come to me for help because it's terrible.
But you'll direct them though, right? You can direct them somewhere. Yeah.
But coming for me for help with mental health would be like going to Oscar Pistorius for advice on how to handle a shotgun. No, wait, sorry. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good.
All right. Okay, Sam,
It'd be like going to Oscar Pistorius to play football.
no, he keeps
No,
going.
that's
He
what I
keeps
should've done.
going. He
That's what I
keeps
should have
going.
done. Sorry,
Sam,
sorry, everyone.
Sam,
Sorry.
Sam. All right, Sam. Be nice to the people's ears.
Yes. I'm very nice. I'm just going to be very straightforward now. I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat for taking part. You know, we just have a laugh, have a good laugh with everyone, have a bit of fun, poke a bit of fun around. It's always good. We have this road trip, as we know, where we always go off the road a bit off the track, and we try and get back on the track as best we can at the end. But yeah, it's been another decent show again, and let's hope Arsenal win tomorrow. I think they will. I think they'll be too much for Tottenham. I think we'll do them tomorrow, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Enjoy the rest of their Saturday. Enjoy the rest of their weekend, and remember, everyone, more than 3 shakes is a wank. So be careful.
There you go. That's the
Good
message
evening.
of the week. Spencer, thanks for joining us towards the end, but we are heading out. His team is down. It looks like they're. Oh no, it's 0-0. 0-0. It's 0-0. Sam.
Stan's comment. Stan's comment.
All right. So
Bricket, what? Bricket it? What? Talking about Bricket it?
yep, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Gary's let's get out of here in case boy not comes around.
He doesn't want to end up called as a witness.
No, we're gonna get out of here.
That guy's a picnic short with his table.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, we'll see if he stayed around for a little bit, so it couldn't have been that bad. So, people, thank you for joining us. We'll do this again next week. It's an FA Cup, or sorry, it's EFL in the midweek. Do you guys have games in the midweek, Mr. Tom?
Probably.
All right, so the man.
I don't look any further than the first game, but no, we don't. We play next Saturday.
Means
All
have to
cool.
play in the FA janitorial.
Oh, we play early. We're at 12:30.
There you go. Ooh, so by the time the show starts, we will know how Mr. Tom is feeling.
Yeah.
We will know how he's feeling. So everybody, we will see you next week. Enjoy it. Have a good one. We'll be back. Thank you once again. This is the road trip. We will get out of here, but first, some words from.
Life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride.